In the world of commerce, where every interaction counts, the way you conclude your emails can make all the difference. An email conclusion, far more than a mere formality, is a powerful opportunity to reinforce your message and incite action. It's your last chance to make a memorable impression, to get the recipient to respond or to commit further. Closing lines in commercial emails are crucial for several reasons. Firstly, they summarize the essence of your message and reiterate the importance of the next step. A well-crafted closing line can turn a simple message into an invitation to dialogue, increasing the chances of a response. In fact, studies show that emails with personalized, engaging conclusions have a significantly higher response rate. What's more, the way you end an email can greatly influence the recipient's decision whether or not to schedule a meeting. An effective conclusion doesn't just end the conversation, it opens the door to future interactions. By taking into account your prospect's preferences and communication style, you can not only increase engagement, but also build a relationship of trust and mutual respect. In this article, we'll explore 7 tips for writing email closing lines that not only capture attention, but also make it easier to make an appointment. By applying them, you'll be better equipped to turn your emails into meaningful meeting opportunities. Personalization based on DISC analysis. The DISC method, focused on 4 personality traits, dominance, influence, stability, and compliance, offers a powerful framework for personalizing your closing emails. By understanding your prospect's DISC profile, you can adjust your closing line to resonate more deeply with them. Dominance, D. Individuals with a dominant profile value efficiency and results. They prefer direct, no-frills communications. For these prospects, an effective closing line might be, "Ready to boost your efficiency? Let's talk tomorrow at 10 a.m. Let's maximize your ROI. I'm available for a quick chat Tuesday afternoon." Influence, I. Those with a high level of influence enjoy social interaction and are often motivated by recognition. They respond well to an enthusiastic, friendly tone. For them, try closing lines like, "Can't wait to share innovative ideas with you. What's the best time for you this week? Let's meet for a dynamic and inspiring session. How about Friday?" Stability, S. People with high stability appreciate security, support, and constant relationships. They respond well to a reassuring tone and benevolent proposals. Appropriate closing lines might be, "I'm here to guide you every step of the way. Can we discuss this in more detail next Thursday? Join me for a quiet, informative conversation at your convenience." Compliance, C. Individuals with a compliance profile value precision, analysis, and logic. They prefer communications that are clear, factual, and detailed. Effective closing lines might include, "Let's discuss the specific details and how this can work for you. Does Monday at 11 a.m. work for you? I'm ready to answer any technical questions you may have. When can we schedule a meeting to discuss this?" By tailoring your closing line to your recipient's DISC profile, you significantly increase the chances of not only getting a response, but also building a solid business relationship that respects your prospect's preferences and style. Create a sense of urgency. Incorporating a sense of urgency into your emails can be a powerful tool for encouraging swift action. However, it's crucial to do so subtly and professionally to avoid coming across as aggressive or overly urgent. Here are some tips and examples. Use words that evoke time. Using time-related terms such as now, today, or this week can increase the sense of urgency. For example, "I'd like to discuss this opportunity with you today to help you maximize your results as soon as possible." Highlight a limited opportunity. Emphasizing the limited aspect of an opportunity can encourage quick action. For example, "This special offer ends on Friday. Let's discuss it before it's too late." Reminder of nearby deadlines. Mentioning a nearby deadline can create a natural sense of urgency. For example, "With the end of the quarter approaching, I'd love to help you achieve your goals. Can we schedule a call this week? Offer specific slots. Offering specific time slots can imply limited availability. For example, I have an open window in my schedule this Thursday at 3 p.m. Would that be convenient for you to discuss our solutions? Mention an immediate benefit. Mentioning a direct benefit by acting quickly can be very effective. For example, by acting now, you can take advantage of our in-depth analysis to optimize your strategies as early as the next sales cycle. By applying these techniques, you can create a sense of urgency in your closing emails without appearing pushy. This approach not only helps to get faster responses, but also reinforces the importance of your message and the value you can bring. Propose a clear value. The clarity of the value proposition in your closing line is essential to convincing your prospect of the value of a meeting. An effective closing should not only summarize your offer, but also concisely highlight how it will benefit the prospect. Here are some tips and examples. Emphasize specific benefits. Emphasize what the prospect will gain by accepting your offer. For example, let's meet to discuss how our solution can increase your conversion rates by 30%. Personalize the value proposition. Tailor the value proposition to the prospect's specific needs or pain points. For example, I'd like to share how our tool can cut the time you spend prospecting in half. Mention concrete results. Use examples or case studies to illustrate value. For example, let's discuss how we helped a similar company double its customer response rate. Mention the exclusive aspect. Suggest that your offer provides something unique or exclusive. For example, let's take advantage of a call to explore exclusive strategies tailored to your market. Emphasize ease and efficiency. Indicate how your solution makes the prospect's life easier. For example, let's explore how our platform can simplify and automate your sales processes. By highlighting value clearly and directly in your closing line, you encourage the prospect to take action. This approach not only underscores the value of your proposition, but also demonstrates your understanding of the prospect's specific needs and challenges. Using engaging questions. Asking engaging questions in your closing line is an effective strategy for prompting thought and response. Open-ended questions encourage the recipient to become actively involved in the conversation, creating an opportunity for further dialogue. Here are some tips for formulating such questions, accompanied by relevant examples. Ask open-ended questions. Use questions that can't be answered with a simple yes or no. For example, what are the biggest challenges you currently face in your sales process? Link the question to the prospect's interests. Make sure the question is directly related to the prospect's interests or problems. For example, how do you improve customer engagement in your current strategy? Prompt for reflection. Ask questions that get the prospect thinking about their current situation and possible solutions. For example, what aspects of your sales process could benefit most from automation? Encourage the sharing of opinions. Invite the prospect to share their opinions or experiences. For example, what has been your experience with automated sales tools so far? Questions about future goals. Steer the conversation toward the future to help the prospect envision long-term benefits. For example, where do you see your sales team in a year's time with the right resources and tools? By asking engaging questions, you not only show that you're genuinely interested in the prospect's situation, but you also create an opening for further conversation. This can greatly increase the chances of getting a positive response and establishing a relationship of trust with the prospect. Include a clear call to action, CTA. A clear and direct call to action, CTA, in your email is essential to guide the prospect to the next step. An effective CTA eliminates any ambiguity about what you want the recipient to do, increasing the chances of a response and eventual meeting. Here are some tips for formulating an effective CTA with examples. Be precise and direct. Your CTA should clearly indicate the action you want the recipient to take. For example, click here to reserve a slot in my calendar, or reply to this email to confirm our call. Create a sense of urgency. Encourage quick action by adding an element of urgency. For example, book your free consultation session before the end of the week. Demonstrate the value of the action. Make the prospect understand what they gain by responding to the call to action. For example, schedule a demo to find out how we can increase your sales effectiveness by 50%. Make it easy and accessible. Make sure the requested action is simple to perform. For example, use this link to choose a time that's convenient for you for our discussion. Personalize the CTA. Tailor your call to action to the prospect's context or needs. For example, since you're looking to improve customer engagement, let's discuss our specific solutions during a quick call. By incorporating a clear, direct CTA into your emails, you guide the prospect to the desired action while simplifying the decision-making process. This not only increases the chances of a response, but also enhances the likelihood of a productive meeting. Mention specific availabilities. Mentioning specific availability slots in your emails can greatly increase the chances of scheduling a meeting. By suggesting specific times, you simplify the appointment setting process for the prospect, making scheduling more concrete and less likely to be postponed or forgotten. Here are a few tips for effectively incorporating your availability into your emails. Offer concrete options. Instead of asking the prospect to indicate his or her availability, offer several slots directly. For example, I'm available for a call on Tuesday at 10 a.m. or Thursday at 2 p.m. Which of these times would be most convenient for you? Be flexible yet specific. While offering specific slots, show that you're willing to adapt. For example, I can call you on Wednesday afternoon or Friday morning. If these times don't work for you, feel free to suggest another time. Use a scheduling tool. Make it easy to book appointments by including a link to your online calendar. For example, click on this link to see my calendar and choose the slot that suits you best. Indicate your time zone. If you're communicating with prospects in different time zones, be sure to specify yours. For example, I'm available between 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. CET. Feel free to choose a time that works for you within that time slot. Confirm quickly. Once a time slot has been chosen, confirm it quickly to reassure the prospect. For example, perfect, I've booked you in on Wednesday at 11 a.m. You'll receive a reminder a day before we call. By mentioning specific availability and making the appointment setting process as simple as possible, you not only increase the chances of a positive response, but also those of an actual meeting. It also demonstrates your professionalism and respect for the prospect's time. Offering an alternative communication channel. Offering an alternative communication channel in your emails can be an effective strategy, especially if you don't get a response via email. It shows your flexibility and willingness to adapt to the prospect's preferences. Here are some tips and examples for offering alternative communication channels. Suggest a telephone call or video conference. Offer the possibility of a more direct exchange. For example, if email isn't convenient for you, I'd be delighted to talk by phone or video conference. Please let me know. Suggest a face-to-face meeting. If geography allows, suggest a face-to-face meeting. For example, I'll be in your area next week. Would it be possible to schedule a face-to-face meeting to discuss our solutions? Use professional social networks. Platforms like LinkedIn can be a great way to communicate. For example, I've also sent you an invitation on LinkedIn to facilitate more direct communication. Offer the possibility of an asynchronous written exchange. Some people prefer written communication, but not necessarily by email. For example, if you prefer, we can also continue this conversation via professional chat or messages on LinkedIn. Mention availability for quick exchanges. For busy prospects, offer slots for brief, targeted exchanges. For example, if your schedule is busy, I'm available for a quick 15-minute call at your convenience. By offering a communication alternative, you show your commitment to facilitating the conversation on the prospect's terms. This can be particularly useful for engaging prospects who are less responsive to email or prefer other modes of communication. Conclusion. In summary, the way you end your sales emails can have a huge impact on your interactions with prospects. By incorporating the tips discussed in this article, such as personalization based on disc analysis, creating a sense of urgency, offering clear value, using engaging questions, including a clear call to action, mentioning specific availability, and offering a communication alternative, you can transform your emails from simple messages into genuine invitations to dialogue and collaboration. Each of these strategies contributes to boosting the effectiveness of your email communication, increasing the chances of getting positive responses and planning more fruitful meetings. Ultimately, the goal is to build trusting and respectful relationships with your prospects, recognizing and responding to their individual needs and preferences. We hope these tips will help you improve your email communication techniques, enabling you to create meaningful and productive meeting opportunities. With a thoughtful, personalized approach, you're well placed to succeed in the dynamic world of business.